So today we got a fight that I've looked forward to for a long time because these are two of my favorite characters. Captain America, Steve Rogers, the good old First Avenger versus Wolverine. So let's dive right on in. Let's get started. I'm ready to go. Hope you are too. Now during World War II, Steve Rogers volunteered to receive the experimental super soldier serum. Enhanced to the pinnacle of human physical potential and armed with an unbreakable shield, he became Captain America. After a failed mission left him encased in ice for decades, he was found and revived by the Avengers, later becoming the team's leader. Steve is as strong, fast, durable, and agile as any human one day could become, and is referred to as the next step in human evolution. Cap is strong enough to bench press half a ton as a warm-up, break steel chains, he threw his shield through a tank once, and even pulled a helicopter out of the air. Steve is incredibly durable, able to take punches from Namor, tank a point-blank explosion from Gambit, and one time he even survived a 200-foot fall from an airplane and suffered no discomfort. He's fast enough to run at 60 miles per hour, and his reflexes are so great that he can easily dodge bullets. But many people can dodge bullets. So what's to make Steve different? Well, Steve can actually see the bullets coming his way and move in time, while other bullet dodgers do it purely by years of training. Another major enhancement by the serum is that Cap has no fatigue toxin buildup, which means that he effectively never tires and can perform at his maximum ability for an incredible period of time. Steve is one of the best fighters in the Marvel Universe and is a master of a large number of different fighting styles. He has developed his own fighting style, which melds jiu-jitsu, boxing, judo, karate, pressure points, all-terrain acrobatics, and the use of a shield. Speaking of the shield, let's talk about that for a second here. Captain America's shield is a vibranium alloy and is virtually indestructible. It absorbs the kinetic force of anything that strikes it, which enables Cap to ricochet the shield off of objects and it always comes back to him. It's also been described as the perfect offensive and defensive weapon. And then in the other corner, Wolverine. A long-lived mutant with the rage of a beast and the soul of a samurai, James Logan Howlett's past is filled with blood, war, and betrayal. Possessing an accelerated healing factor, enhanced senses, and bone claws in his hands that, along with his skeleton, are coated in adamantium, Wolverine is the ultimate weapon. Logan possesses superhuman strength, as he's been able to swing tree trunks around like baseball bats, held an elevator with just one hand, and has even punched into solid steel before. Wolverine is also incredibly agile, possesses enhanced reflexes and speed, being able to dodge point-blank bullets, machine gun fire, and has even attacked faster than the human eye can follow. He's got incredible senses, many times better than the human, and can even surpass most animals. He can see in complete darkness, hear over incredible distances, taste pheromones in the air, fight blindfolded just by hearing, and is the best tracker in the Marvel Universe. He's also incredibly durable, thanks in large part to his adamantium skeleton and healing factor, and has withstood punches from Hulk, Thor, The Thing, and Wonder Man. And let's talk about Logan's healing factor here for a second. This mutant ability allows him to heal from virtually any injury at an incredibly fast rate. And I do mean any injury. He's regrown missing limbs, organs, and has even regenerated from just a skeleton before. But not only that, but his healing factor also prevents nerve strikes from working effectively because his healing bypasses the effect virtually instantaneously. Wolverine possesses 3-foot-long claws on each hand, which are coated in adamantium, and can slice through anything, even harming Hulk, Thor, and one time even Thanos. Logan has been trained in a variety of different martial arts, mastering 28 different forms of Kung Fu alone, and is one of the greatest fighters in the Marvel Universe. He's taken down Iron Fist, Shang-Chi, and Deadpool, and even helped to train Black Widow and Kitty Pryde. On top of that, Logan has been gifted with an incredible strategic and tactical mind that has even been compared to a highly advanced computer. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, these two have fought multiple times throughout the comics, but there have always been other factors involved besides a straight-up fight between the two. For instance, Cap one time beat Wolverine, but it was only after Logan had been beaten down by the X-Men. Then there were multiple times Captain America battled against Wolverine, and Wolvie was winning until Steve called on Ant-Man to help him, or Steve brought out the Miramosa Blade, which can nullify healing factors. so none of these fights really give us a clear indication of who would beat the other. But maybe now we'll be able to get a more definitive idea of who wins this fight. Now, in terms of physicality, they're fairly equal, but I would say that Captain America is better. As the pinnacle of human physical potential, he can lift multiple tons if he's pushed, can run 60 miles per hour, and can actually see bullets coming at him and react fast enough to move out of the way. Then he's also got a shield, which has been shown to injure Wolverine before, and is also one of the few things that Wolverine's Adamantium claws cannot cut through. These two are pretty much equal in terms of fighting skill, as you can make a compelling argument for either one. Wolverine has been around longer and has more years of fighting experience, but Captain America always demonstrates greater fighting skill, while Wolverine has been known to kind of go crazy and just start swinging like a wild animal. But one thing we can't overlook, or really two things, are Wolverine's healing factor and adamantium claws. For starters, his healing factor makes him incredibly difficult to beat, as it's so quick that he can heal while the fight is still going on. It's really going to nullify anything that Steve throws at him and force Cap to land a lot more hits, or at least a lot more powerful or strategically placed attacks in order to do any lasting damage to Wolverine. Then we've also got Wolverine's Claws, which I would actually put as a greater asset than Cap's shield. Here's why. The shield is great, and it's the perfect offensive and defensive weapon, but it's not always there to protect Steve, and plenty of people have still been able to land hits on him. On the other hand, Wolverine's Claws give any punch or strike from Logan the potential to swing the battle in his favor or really straight up kill his opponent. So how do I see this fight playing out? Well, it benefits both of them that they know each other and know the other's fighting style and what they're capable of. Cap will try and put Logan down as quickly as possible because he knows that he's not going to win the long game when you're facing someone like Wolverine. However, Logan's healing factor is going to make this difficult. And that's not even mentioning his fighting skill and speed. Wolverine won't be easy to put down, regardless if you're Captain America. On the other hand, Wolverine's Claws will obviously be out, and he's going to eventually land a couple good hits on Cap. Then with each hit from Wolverine will turn the battle more and more in his favor. Cap is durable enough to still fight, even after taking significant damage from Wolverine, but he doesn't have a healing factor of his own, and it's eventually going to start showing in this fight. So Cap might get lucky and knock Wolverine out quickly to win a few fights, but at the end of the day, my money is on Wolverine's healing factor and claws over Captain America's shield and super soldier serum. Wolverine takes the victory. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button for videos just like this one every single week.